The Winter War of 1939 to 1940 was a good lesson for the Soviet Union. The Red Army leadership, going to war, was captive to its own propaganda myths, on foreign soil and with little blood, and assessed the enemy only in terms of the size of the army and the amount of military equipment. It was planned to roll out the Finns demonstratively and quickly in a small victorious war. Warm clothes were not even prepared for the troops. And why, when it was planned to be done in a couple of days? But the opponents of the USSR were preparing thoroughly. They had nothing to counteract the steel roller of tank corps equal in weight. But a steel machine is operated by a man, and even one bullet is enough for him. In the first days of the offensive, the Red Army was confronted with the mass use of forest snipers. They were everywhere and nowhere. They were seen in the trees, but after the bombardment the platforms on the trees turned out to be empty. Before the beginning of the work of the marksman, the soldiers often heard a bird's whistle, actually an exchange of conditional signals between the marksman and the observers. Thus was born the legend of the deadly Finnish cuckoos. In reality, there were not so many real snipers in the Finnish army. The main problem for the Red Army was the Finnish militia, who grew up in the forest and were able to shoot accurately without any optics. As soon as the Red Army leadership realized the scale of the problems, there was an adequate antidote for the Finns. The Soviet Union had enough of its own taiga men, who had been shooting squirrels in the eye since childhood. As soon as the Finnish front began to receive Siberian specialists in commodity quantities, the propagandized cuckoos quickly disappeared, and Finland lost the war.